It's been some year for the Queen, attending an engagement in London, her first since Kate's pregnancy was announced. The Queen's Diamond Jubilee draws to a fitting conclusion. The new third in line to the throne is due next summer. But the expectant mum, the Duchess of Cambridge, remains in hospital with acute morning sickness. Her spirits, though, no doubt lifted by visits from her husband William, mother Carol, and siblings Pippa and James. And while photographers caught images outside, one Australian radio station got inside the hospital to Kate's ward by making a simple phone call.
You are going to be the Queen.
This is awesome.
I'm going to be Prince Charles.
No, I'm the Queen.
Ben and Em, you're involved in this as well. We thought that maybe you could be the royal corgis, if you're okay with that. Yes, exactly.
When the receptionist answered the long-distance call, she hadn't the courage to question the Queen's authenticity. The hope's call was then transferred through to Kate's ward, where the duty nurse proceeded to divulge highly personal information about Kate's condition. Sky News has taken the decision not to broadcast this secretly recorded conversation.
I'm not impressed, I have to say. I think it was a pretty poor trick to play. There is no chance whatsoever that this call could have been put through to the patient. Technically, I think this was a breach of patient confidentiality. I think this whole thing is pretty deplorable. Our nurses are caring, professional people trained to look after patients, not to cope with journalistic trickery of this sort.
I don't think this would have been intended to be either an insult or an invasion of privacy. The reality is, in Australia, they look at things in a slightly different way. They don't take this as seriously as perhaps we are with all these banks of cameras here. Yes, they're interested in the story, but they just want to try and get a part of that story.
Radio hosts Mel Greig and Michael Christian apologised, saying, "We were very surprised that our call was put through. We thought we'd be hung up on as soon as they heard our terrible accents. We're very sorry if we've caused any issues, and we're glad to hear that Kate is doing well." But with Kate still in hospital, there is still some concern. Standing in for the Duchess at an East London charity event, the Earl and Countess of Wessex were the first royals to comment on Kate's pregnancy.
Deep sympathy with Catherine, because we know somebody who suffered exactly the same, and we wouldn't wish that on anybody at all. So we hope very well that, all best wishes to her.
And do you know how she's doing?
I don't, but all I know is it is extremely unpleasant. So we wish her the very best.
It is the most perfect end to a pretty amazing year.
William! It's been an eventful day in the story of Kate's pregnancy. There will be many more in the months to come.